everyone, and welcome back to Baldmanreacts. Today, we are checking out the band Libris and the EP, and it is their newly released EP. It was crowdfunded and successfully released on the 1st of August. It is chronicling the life of Queen Anne, the wife of Henry VIII, who was executed for treason. And this was requested through Patreon by Scot, who decided to become a Patreon subscriber. I truly appreciate it. He's been a long-time subscriber to the channel, and I was happy and blown away to see that he had decided to join some of the ranks of the other old guard that have supported me on Patreon. I truly appreciate it. And we're going to get back to Libris and check out Anne. There's 3 tracks on this EP. We're on their bandcamp page. We're going to listen to it from there. They are a Dutch progressive metal band. The singer Diane van Gersen used to sing for the band Zandaria. She's got a great voice, and I am looking forward to hearing this. So, let's get into it, shall we? The band is Libris. The EP is Anne, Chapter 1. The first track is The Courtship, and here we go. Starts out nice, quick, and heavy. Really like that mix so far. There's a lot of clarity in the instrumentation. Like there's synths going on back there. There's that voice from the lovely Diane van Gersen there. It's always so evident when you hear her that she is classically trained. You can hear the techniques and just how well she understands her voice. Nice little bit of vibrato there. Really like those runs. The guitar players, the bass player lock it in. I like the bass work there. Nice little accents. A little bit of that Dream Theater feel here. Wow. Nice employment of that very operatic side of her voice. I like those electronic elements going on back there. That Dream Theater like shift back into the verse. Nice keyboard accents. Little bit of that symphonic. Her operatic voice is really impressive. Very Dream Theater-like in that shift. Great guitar work. I like the keyboard running over that as well. Big keyboard solo here. phenomenal arpeggios and guitar interplay. I like these vocal passages here. Incredible control by Diane. This beautiful operatic voice over these heavier passages. I like how that's working here. It really sounds good. Love that synth with just this incredibly strong and beautiful vocal melody right over it. She's got so much control and has such an incredible understanding of her voice. She really does use it like it is, rightfully so, her instrument. I like that bass coming up there. Nice drum work behind it. Love the way she uses her voice here. You know, the biggest complaint I have about the mix, honestly, is that personal pet peeve of mine is I don't like overly clicky sounding kick drums. That's great tracks, great opening, very intelligent lyrics, really great changes. That was the first track. That was the Courtship. The next track is the Miscarriage. Talking about the miscarriages she had and not being able to deliver Henry a son.
The truth has arrived. It played out before my eyes. 'Twas ever so.
Well, I like that piano. Really subtle and easygoing delivery with her voice. The synth that's going on back there. Really like that guitar accent there. Like how it's placed so it's slow, slightly faint. I like that bit of reverb and delay on it.
My daughter, a righteous English rose, your spirit brings comfort to my soul. May you not be harassed to the throne.
Drummer's got a really easy hand with his passages here. Very delicate in how he's hitting. Beautiful vibrato. How she's singing from Ann's perspective, channeling that emotion of what it must have been like to have these miscarriages. The whole build in this song has been excellent. That piano passage right there below the surface in the mix is really nice. There we go. Bringing in that emotion, that big vocal. Grit in that dirt. Really like those riffs back there. Wow. Love how the synths have come in full. The orchestration's there. Really letting go with her voice. Ratcheted up that intensity. Wow. Outstanding. That was the Miscarriage, the second track. Got one left here. Getting into the Beheading. Great acoustics to start this out.
The Tower of London is where my heart sings. Where I found home, our children.
They've done such a great job of making such a difficult topic here sound beautiful.
From all of the places where I have been.
Really love how well played these acoustic guitars are.
Down on the streets, the people await my final ordeal, his final betrayal. The place I called home repelled me, and so will my
Absolutely full of chills down my spine right now. The intelligent lyrics, the beautifully well delivered vocals really are having an impact here. And here we go. Bit of virtuoso lead work to open this up. A nice modern progressive chug love the keyboard dropping right on top of that guitar passage. It's interesting that guitar tone sounds dry and brittle. I like what they've done with it. Great vocal layering. I like that operatic vocal layer in there, as well as more traditional singing. Love the different uses of her vibrato and how she's using it in different parts of her voice. It's like a weapon for her. Just soars over these great riffs. Great effects on that keyboard lead. Really good fills back there by the drummer as well. I like that slight rolling of the double bass as he shifted back in. Absolutely phenomenal vocal. Definitely get a bit of that Dream Theater feel here in this shift with the riff and the keyboard tones and textures. Love these very different, unexpected vocal passages and melodies she's using. They do a lot of this cool keyboard and guitar interplay. I like what they're doing. It's a really strong passage from the entire band. Absolutely world-class vocals here. All right, that was the Beheading. It was the third and final track off the and Chapter 1 EP from the band Ex Libris. And I gotta say, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. Really like that Dream Theater meets symphonic metal take. You certainly do get a lot of those modern progressive elements you would expect from bands like Dream Theater and Symphony X. only instead of a big soaring male vocal, you have a big soaring female vocal. You do get some of that symphonic metal that you certainly expect from Diane in the mix as well. And it's a great combination. Highly enjoyable. Excuse me. She's an amazing world-class singer, a classically trained soprano, and it certainly shows. She deftly navigates the vocal passages throughout the record. She also does a really good job of evoking emotion with her voice and really using that voice of hers to do such a great job of playing the part of Anne throughout the 3 tracks. This is a really ambitious topic. Anytime you go after such a big historical event or story like this, it's certainly ambitious to write about it. And you want to make sure you pull it off. And I think they pulled it off really well. I think all the songs are very well composed. They're very easy to get into. There's the instrumental virtuosity that I certainly expect from a band of this caliber, and it's there. Do really love the heavy amount of guitar and keyboard interplay. Get some of those cool harmonized passages with the guitars and the keyboards running with each other. Several parts of the entire band is just locked in and running through those runs together. Drummer does some really cool things at points. He's got some really nice fills and some accents. I like some of the passages he was doing with the double bass. I do wish overall, I wish the mix was a little bit louder. And I mean, overall, I'm happy with where the instruments are in their respective spaces. Still not and probably never going to be a fan of the overly clicky sounding kick drums a la early Pantera. But I still like the drum sound overall. Drummer seems like he plays a bit on the softer side, but that's not a bad thing. It certainly comes across well, and I really like what he's doing. Bass player has some really cool accents, and they do a great job with their lyrical composition, really telling the story or imagining the story from Anne's perspective. So hats off to everybody that knew the Kickstarter was going on. I didn't. I wish I would have, because I certainly would have helped crowdfund this. Hats off to you, Scot, who crowdfunded some very awesome things for himself. Apparently he's had the record about a week since the pre-release and wanted me to do it here on the channel. Said he enjoyed it. I can certainly see why, and he's been listening to it quite a bit. I can certainly see why. This is really good stuff. It does separate them a little bit from their peers. Being from the Netherlands, it's certainly difficult to separate yourself from the rest of the symphonic metal pack that has female vocalists, because there are a lot of good female singers that are doing symphonic metal from the Netherlands. So that's not an easy path to walk down. I think they're doing a great job with it. I really enjoyed her when she was with Zandaria. I certainly enjoy her here. I cannot wait to hear the rest of what they have to offer. Overall, I think my favorite track so far, going through it one shot, was Miscarriage. It's just really well written, very well composed. I love how it built towards that crescendo at the end. Those big final passages did a great job building all these tracks, and certainly in love with the vocal diversity on display that is to be expected from a singer of that caliber. So, Scot, thank you, my friend. Thank you for becoming a Patreon. That in of itself is incredible, and I truly appreciate it so much. More so, thank you for bringing Anne and ex Libris here to the channel, getting me a chance to do the entire EP. Certainly on the short side, you'll have to get me some more stuff for the rest of before the end of the month or whatever happens to be. Really, really enjoyable, and I like hearing symphonic metal that's not doing what the exact same thing that other symphonic metal bands out there are doing. I feel like it does truly sound like Ex Libris, and I think that tackling such an ambitious story like this is a bold move and the right move, and I think they've done it really well so far. I cannot wait to take the rest of the journey as they continue to work on it, get it recorded and released. It will certainly be done here on the channel, and have to come up with a quick review on this as well. It's good stuff. I want to listen to it more, and that means I certainly do want to review it in full when I have the chance to really listen to it. Thank all of you so much. Thank you to all of the Patreons as well. We continue to grow, continue to get more support from you guys, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate that so much, that you guys feel that I am worthy enough for some of your hard-earned coin. Much, much, much appreciated, guys. And I've got some new stuff. I've got some stuff coming up on the channel, or some stuff coming for the channel to help with the quality of it because of you. So I truly appreciate that. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you guys do every single day. I love you, and I appreciate you. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Oh, and before I finish all that up, links to Ex Libris' social media will be in the description below for both their Bandcamp and for their Facebook page. If you like them, please go check them out on social media, pick up the records, all that good stuff. They're certainly worth it. Now, all that said, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep headbanging.